Though Linda Evans shone brightly as the elegant Crystal Carrington on Dynasty, behind her glamorous image lies a life filled with unexpected challenges and personal struggles. As she reaches the age of 81, her story reveals more than just her on-screen beauty. It uncovers a woman who faced emotional hardships, deep losses, and moments of self-doubt. Her journey includes enduring complicated family relationships, navigating failed romances, and facing financial setbacks that threatened her stability. Despite these difficulties, Linda showed resilience by learning from her experiences and finding strength within herself. Throughout her career, she balanced the pressures of fame with maintaining her own identity, often confronting the loneliness that fame can bring. Her life reflects a persistent quest for love, purpose, and authenticity amid the glittering world of Hollywood. With each obstacle she confronted, Linda grew more determined to stay true to her core values, transforming personal pain into sources of personal growth. Her story is not only about her days in front of the camera, but about her courage to confront life's unexpected twists and turns. As she celebrates her 81st birthday, her journey continues to inspire many with its honesty and bravery. Growing up in Hartford, Connecticut, Linda Evans was born on November 18, 1942, as the second of three daughters in a middle-class household. Her family environment was filled with warmth, creativity, and ambition, which shaped her early years. Her father, Alba Evenstad, was a professional ballroom dancer with Norwegian roots that infused their home with rhythm and movement. Her mother, Arlene, created a nurturing space that emphasized imagination, self-expression, and emotional connection. When Linda was still young, her family moved to North Hollywood, California, seeking new opportunities that would allow her to pursue her dreams. This move brought her into the heart of the entertainment industry, exposing her to a vibrant world of music, art, and performance. Growing up in North Hollywood, Linda experienced a lively and inspiring atmosphere that gave her both structure and motivation. Dinner table conversations often centered around creativity and the desire to succeed, encouraging her to dream big. Her parents' support and encouragement gave her the confidence to explore her identity without fear. These early years, filled with love and guidance but also typical struggles of a working-class family, laid the foundation for her lifelong passion to create, perform, and succeed. The blend of her family's artistic roots and the exciting environment of Hollywood helped shape her into the poised actress she would become later in life. From a young age, Linda Evans showed a natural talent for creativity and dance. Even as a small girl, she had a special spark that set her apart. By the time she reached 6 years old, she was already choreographing her own dance routines. She would perform these for her family and neighbors, captivating them with a sense of maturity and style that seemed beyond her years. Her father's rhythmic precision and graceful movements inspired her, drawing her toward the emotional story told through dance. Recognizing her talent early, her parents enrolled her in professional dance classes. These classes introduced her to classical techniques and proper stage manners, making her more than just physical training. They built discipline, perseverance, and a strong love for the arts. Linda practiced tirelessly, spending hours in front of mirrors, trying to perfect every move, and dreaming of performing on big stages someday. This early passion for dance became more than just a hobby. It was her way of expressing feelings and finding comfort during difficult times when her family moved or faced new changes. Dancing became her safe space and her first true passion, and the rhythm she learned in those early days stayed with her in her lifelong journey in the entertainment world. Once she moved from childhood to adolescence, Linda Evans experienced a significant change in her interests. Her passion for dance gradually expanded to include the wider world of dramatic arts. She attended Hollywood High School, a place filled with students who wanted to become actors, filmmakers, or other creative professionals. During her time there, Linda started taking part in school plays, and her performances were notable for their subtlety and charm. She often displayed a quiet but captivating presence on stage, which caught the attention of both her classmates and teachers. Her acting showed emotion and vulnerability, qualities that would later become very important in her career. One day, a talent scout saw her and was impressed by her natural charisma and her photogenic appearance. They encouraged her to audition for television roles, and Linda took this chance happily and with interest. This opportunity marked a turning point in her life because she realized that acting gave her the ability to show and explore human feelings in ways that dance alone could not. By the time she finished high school, Linda Evans was no longer just a girl with potential. She was becoming a star on the rise, ready to start a career in entertainment that would last for many years. From the beginning of her career, Linda Evans made her way into the entertainment industry with small parts on various television shows. Her first appearance was on the show Bachelor Father in 1960, which marked her first step into the world of TV. These early roles were not large, but they gave her important experience in acting. They helped her understand how to work with the camera, deliver her lines well, and develop her characters. People started to notice her calm personality and gentle elegance, qualities that made her stand out among many actresses. Her big break came when she played Audra Barkley on the TV show The Big Valley. She acted alongside Barbara Stanwyck, playing the daughter of a ranching family in the American West. In this role, Linda showed a mix of softness and strength that made viewers and critics admire her performance. She brought warmth and intelligence to the character, which helped her gain a lot of fans. This role opened up more opportunities for her and helped her grow as an actress. During this time, she also learned how to handle fame, balancing what the public expected from her with her own personal growth. She started to find her voice in an industry led by powerful people. These early years were very important because they prepared her for future success and helped her develop resilience both in her work and her life. Immediately after her casting in Dynasty, Linda Evans' career reached new heights, transforming her into one of the most recognizable actresses on television. In 1981, she took on the role of Crystal Carrington, a character that would become iconic in television history. The show Dynasty was known for its glamorous lifestyle, intense family battles, and dramatic twists, and Linda's portrayal of Crystal brought a new depth to the series. As Crystal, she showed grace, kindness, and strength even under pressure. She played a woman caught between love and betrayal, always standing tall despite challenges faced in her marriage and the family she married into. Her elegant appearance and gentle yet strong personality made her character stand out and touched viewers across the world. Audiences admired her calm dignity and moral courage, which set her apart in a show full of power struggles and drama. Her performance was so compelling that she received a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Television Drama, acknowledging her talent and appeal. This role made her an international star, and many fans saw Crystal as a symbol of resilience and kindness in a world often filled with cynicism. Week after week, Linda Evans' portrayal kept viewers hooked, and her character's unwavering strength stayed in their minds long after the show ended. Her success on Dynasty established her as a major figure in television and left a lasting legacy that defined her career. Because of the success of Dynasty, the series became famous not just because of its luxury sets and dramatic stories. Instead, it was the chemistry among the cast that made the show stand out. Linda Evans played a key role in creating this magic on screen. Her relationship with John Forsythe, who played Blake Carrington, brought a sense of romantic feeling and emotional depth to the show. Their scenes together often showed love, misunderstandings, and forgiveness, making their characters feel real and relatable despite the show's glamorous setting. At the same time, Linda's intense scenes with Joan Collins, who portrayed Alexis Colby, added more excitement. The constant clash between Crystal, played by Linda, and Alexis, with her bold and cunning ways, produced some of television's most remembered moments. Fans loved watching their confrontations because they were full of tension and drama. Off-camera, Linda was known for being friendly and respectful to all her co-stars. Even during difficult scenes that required strong emotions or physical actions, she kept her professionalism. Her talent to show both strength and vulnerability made her stand out in TV history. She became a symbol for women who wanted to be both feminine and assertive at a time when society was changing. As Dynasty became a worldwide success and increased its viewers, Linda Evans grew from a television star to a well-known figure everyone recognized. She represented elegance and honesty, and her role in the show helped shape the culture of that era. As Dynasty reached the peak of its success, Linda Evans decided to expand her horizons beyond acting and use her fame and influence to explore new ventures. One of her most notable efforts was the launch of her own beauty and wellness product line. She believed that true beauty starts with self-care and self-respect. Linda had always been admired for her radiant skin and timeless elegance, and she poured this admiration into her brand. Her products focused on natural beauty, healthy living, and personal empowerment. Many women appreciated her because they saw her not only as a glamorous TV star, but also as someone who genuinely cared about aging gracefully and embracing authenticity. Besides her beauty line, Linda also wrote books that provided intimate glimpses into her life. In her writings, she shared the wisdom she gained from years in the spotlight, from her relationships, and from her personal growth. These books showed her reflective nature and her desire to inspire others through honesty and shared experiences. During this time, her philanthropic spirit grew stronger. She used her voice and resources to support many charitable causes, especially those involving children's welfare, education, and wellness. Whether she participated in fundraising events or quietly donated, Linda wanted her legacy to go beyond entertainment. She was dedicated to helping others, showing that she cared as much about nurturing her community as she did about her career. Despite achieving fame and recognition in her career, Linda Evans's personal life was marked by both moments of happiness and deep emotional challenges. Her most well-known marriage was to actor and director John Derek, a union that drew much attention from the public. Their relationship was seen as a glamorous partnership, but it ended in heartbreak when John Derek left Linda for Bo Derek, a young actress who was then only a teenager. This act of betrayal was painful and played out openly in the media, leaving Linda devastated and heartbroken. However, rather than becoming bitter or angry, she chose to approach the situation with grace and understanding. She publicly acknowledged her pain, but also expressed forgiveness, recognizing that the experience helped her grow stronger as a person. Later on, she entered a relationship with Stan Herman, a property executive, which was more private and less in the spotlight. That relationship eventually came to an end as well, adding new layers to her emotional development. Although Linda Evans never had children of her own, she embraced a maternal role by caring for John Derek's son, Sean. She played an important part in shaping his life and maintained a close bond with him over the years. Her love and nurturing spirit showed that motherhood is not only about biology but also about caring and supporting others in need. Her relationships, although sometimes brief, taught her valuable lessons in resilience, forgiveness, and self-love. Over time, she discovered that true happiness came not from romantic pursuits, but from spiritual growth, being true to herself, and forming sincere connections with family and friends. The emotional depths she developed through her experiences of loss and healing became an important part of her legacy. Certainly, in the early 2000s, Linda Evans made a decision that changed her life in a profound way. After many years of being in the spotlight, acting in television shows and movies where she portrayed glamorous, strong, and wealthy characters, she felt a deep inner pull to step away from the busy world of Hollywood. She wanted to look inward and discover who she truly was beyond her fame and the roles she played on screen. This led her to begin a spiritual journey that changed her lifestyle completely. Linda started to focus on self-reflection and mindfulness, practices that help people become more aware of their thoughts and feelings. She also developed a stronger connection with nature by moving to a secluded property in the Pacific Northwest. Surrounded by tall trees and mountains instead of cameras and bright lights, she found peace in the quiet of rural life. During this time, she studied Eastern philosophies, learned meditation, and explored energy healing practices. These activities became her sanctuary, places where she could shed the layers of celebrity and reconnect with her true values of honesty, kindness, and growth. Linda embraced a simple life, spending time gardening, attending spiritual retreats, and enjoying the natural rhythm of her new surroundings. She often said that this period was among the most meaningful and rewarding in her life. As she progressed on her spiritual path, she began sharing her experiences with others through writing in her journal, mentoring those who sought guidance, and speaking at small events. Her story was not about abandoning her past, but about integrating all her life lessons, honoring her role in Hollywood, while choosing to live in peace, gratitude, and purpose. Through this transformation, Linda Evans found a new sense of fulfillment that many admire, showing that personal growth can come from stepping away from fame and listening to the voice inside. Despite the success and admiration that fame brought Linda Evans, she faced a heavy emotional toll that she rarely discussed in public during her most prominent years. As her popularity grew in the 1980s, especially during her time on Dynasty, she found herself under an incredibly intense spotlight, where every part of her life was examined closely by the media and fans. Paparazzi followed her everywhere, capturing her in photos and fueling endless tabloid stories that speculated about her relationships, her appearance, and her personal lifestyle. The constant pressure to appear perfect and maintain an ideal public image became an exhausting daily challenge. In an industry where growing older was sometimes viewed as a liability, and emotional openness was often exploited for headlines, Linda, who naturally kept her private life guarded, found herself emotionally drained from the need to perform even outside of her acting roles. She often felt like she was pretending, a forced smile at events, answering intrusive questions from journalists, and always staying polished at all costs. This relentless scrutiny created an internal conflict because, although she was admired for her portrayals of strong, emotionally complex characters, she was rarely given the space to be her true, unfiltered self. The fame that once felt like a dream started to feel more like a cage, trapping her in a world of constant performance. Yet throughout it all, Linda carried herself with quiet resilience, refusing to let the negative and toxic aspects of stardom define her. Over time, she learned that the applause of the world was not as important as finding inner peace and accepting herself for who she was. Since the start of her career, Linda Evans faced a significant emotional challenge in balancing her public image with her inner life. To millions, she was Crystal Carrington, a symbol of elegance, virtue, and strength in the world of television. Her poised appearance and charming presence made her a beloved star, and this image became connected to her identity in the eyes of her fans. However, behind the glamorous facade, Linda often felt lost and uncertain. She struggled to find meaning beyond her role on the screen, battling insecurities and heartbreak that she kept hidden from the public. The gap between who she was inside and what the world saw created a quiet, but persistent sense of loneliness. She found it difficult to form genuine relationships because many people approached her with expectations based only on her TV character. Her smile and beauty became masks she needed to wear constantly, even when she was emotionally hurting or searching for something real. Public vulnerability was rare for her, making her moments of solitude offstage both comforting and burdensome. The relentless comparison to her perfect image made her question her true self and her worth. Over time, Linda began to peel back these layers of pretenses. She started focusing on her own healing by seeking therapy, spending time in reflection, and distancing herself from the pressures of fame. This process helped her rediscover her inner strength and develop a new sense of identity, one rooted in resilience and truth, rather than the superficial expectations placed upon her. She learned to see herself not only as the character she played, but as a complex woman with a depth of emotions and an evolving sense of self. After experiencing the emotional weight of her fame and going through many life changes in the late 1990s, Linda Evans faced an additional challenge when she was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. This illness is complicated and often misunderstood, causing extreme tiredness that doesn't go away, muscle pain, and difficulties with thinking clearly. For someone like Linda, who had built her life around being energetic, performing well, and showing emotional strength, this diagnosis was shocking. It took away her physical power and made it hard for her to think straight. There were days when getting out of bed seemed impossible, and nights were filled with worry about whether her energy would return. Despite these tough struggles, Linda did not give up. Instead, she decided to learn more about her illness and help others understand it too. She chose to speak openly about her experience in interviews and campaigns, which was brave at a time when many people didn't understand or believed in this illness. Her honesty and efforts brought attention to chronic fatigue syndrome, giving hope to those who suffered silently. Her courage also changed her image from just a Hollywood starlet to a health advocate fighting for awareness. Her experience with CFS made her more empathetic, changed her priorities, and led her to explore holistic healing methods that she would continue to follow in her later years. Understanding the significance of Linda Evans' decision to speak openly about her health struggles, it becomes clear that her actions went beyond personal sharing. They became a symbol of courage and advocacy. At a time when celebrities often maintained a facade of perfection and vitality, Linda chose to break that mold by revealing her battle with chronic fatigue syndrome. This illness, which causes extreme tiredness, confusion, and physical limitations, is often misunderstood and undervalued by many. Linda's willingness to describe her experience showed that even those admired for their beauty and fame can face serious health issues. Her openness challenged the idea that strength only means appearing strong or unaffected. Instead, she demonstrated that true resilience involves accepting one's vulnerabilities and confronting them with honesty. Her story resonated with many people who also suffer from chronic illnesses that are often invisible to others. Through her transparency, Linda Evans shed light on the importance of listening, understanding, and showing compassion to those who are fighting silent battles. Her example empowered others to accept their own limitations and to see vulnerability as a form of strength, not weakness. She used her influence to raise awareness, encouraging greater empathy, and pushing for better medical research and support for chronic fatigue syndrome. Her actions helped to change the way society perceives health struggles emphasizing that resilience is more about inner strength and honesty than about hiding pain. By speaking out, she promoted a message that no one needs to face their challenges alone, and many found inspiration in her courage and grace. Her story continues to serve as a reminder that vulnerability, combined with resilience, can lead to greater understanding and change. After experiencing limited relief from traditional medicine, Linda Evans decided to take control of her health by exploring alternative and holistic healing methods. She believed that her well-being required more than just medication. She needed practices that addressed her emotional and spiritual needs. Consequently, she started using acupuncture, which involves precise needle placements aimed at balancing energy flow within the body. Alongside this, she incorporated herbal remedies, carefully selecting natural plants and extracts to support her health naturally. She also became involved in energy healing, a practice that works with the body's natural energy fields to promote balance and healing. Nutritional therapy became essential in her routine, emphasizing healthy eating to nourish her body from within. Linda worked with wellness practitioners who respected the importance of the mind-body connection, helping her develop a lifestyle centered on organic foods, daily meditation, and living intentionally. She didn't just accept these treatments passively. Instead, she became an active participant in her healing process. Through interviews, workshops, and her own writings, Linda shared her experiences and encouraged others to consider alternative treatments. She believed that everyone's healing journey is special and different, and she focused on empowering people to take charge of their health. Her dedication to awareness and self-healing turned her own pain into a purpose that inspired many to seek balance, peace, and holistic care in their lives. Her commitment to these practices not only improved her quality of life, but also helped foster a deeper understanding of wellness beyond traditional medicine. Despite facing various physical challenges during her career, Linda Evans also endured a quiet, but very real battle with her mental health. As a well-known actress, she felt intense pressure to always appear perfect, radiating happiness and emotional stability, which made her suppress her true feelings. This constant need to maintain a composed and serene image placed a heavy burden on her mind, leading to periods of anxiety and emotional exhaustion. She often experienced deep self-doubt, but she kept these struggles hidden from the public eye, fearing that revealing her vulnerability might damage her carefully crafted image. Over time, as she grew older and became more reflective, Linda started to speak openly about her mental health struggles. Her honesty helped break down the stigma surrounding mental health issues, especially in the world of entertainment where appearances matter so much. She stressed that mental wellness is just as important as physical health, encouraging others to be honest about their feelings. Her willingness to share her experiences inspired many fans and fellow actors to talk more openly about anxiety, healing, and the psychological toll of fame. Linda's openness showed that it is okay to be vulnerable, and that true strength comes from accepting all parts of oneself, flaws, fears, and feelings included. By doing so, she helped others see that healing begins when we allow ourselves to be fully seen and understood. Certainly, Linda Evans' romantic life, much like her career, was marked by both passion and complexity. Her marriages, most notably to actor and filmmaker John Derek, and later to property executive Stan Herman, began with love and mutual respect, but eventually unraveled under the weight of conflicting careers, personal growth, and changing priorities. Her marriage to Derek, though full of admiration and shared creative pursuits, ended dramatically when he left her for a much younger woman, a betrayal that made headlines and left Linda reeling. Despite this heartbreaking event, she chose not to be defined by the pain. She maintained her dignity and refused to retaliate publicly or fuel scandals. Her second marriage, which was more private, and with Stan Herman, also ended in divorce, showing how challenging it can be to keep personal harmony amid demanding lives and busy schedules. Throughout these difficult times, Linda remained calm and thoughtful, learning valuable lessons from each chapter. She often talked about the importance of self-worth and the courage needed to walk away from relationships that no longer fit her changing spirit. Her view of love and loss was rooted in wisdom, understanding that ending a marriage does not mean failure, but can be a new beginning filled with independence, renewal, and peace. Her strength lay in her ability to move on with grace, finding new ways to flourish after heartbreak, and never losing sight of who she was. After decades in the spotlight, Linda Evans chose to share a more personal side of herself through her memoir, Recipes for Life: My Memories, in 2011, Instead of just recounting her career accomplishments, she opened her heart and soul to her readers. In her book, she combined her love for cooking with heartfelt stories from her life, turning each recipe into a symbol of an important moment, a special relationship, or a turning point in her journey. As she wrote, Linda revealed the struggles behind her fame, including heartbreak, financial difficulties, and times when she felt lonely or uncertain about her future. She wanted people to see her not just as a glamorous actress, but as a woman who faced common human challenges, who longed for true love, and sometimes felt unseen. Her honesty and warmth in the stories touched many, showing how she balanced her public image with quiet nights of reflection. Readers learned about her sense of humor, her deep sensitivity, and her strong will to keep moving forward despite setbacks. Her memoir was more than a collection of memories. It was an honest declaration of who she truly was, embracing both her successes and her struggles. Through her words, Linda shared her authentic self and reminded others that everyone has their own emotional ups and downs, making her story relatable and inspiring. It was a gentle reminder that behind the spotlight, she was a person with feelings, dreams, and a resilient spirit, offering comfort and hope to those going through their own life challenges. Since her early years, Linda Evans has demonstrated a remarkable ability to turn vulnerability into a source of strength that resonates deeply with many. Instead of hiding her struggles or pretending to be perfect, she openly shared her feelings of fear, sadness, or disappointment. This honesty allowed her fans to see her not just as a glamorous actress, but as a real person who faces life's challenges just like everyone else. Throughout her career, she experienced marriages that ended, health issues that drained her energy, and the emotional toll of living in the spotlight. Yet, she never avoided discussing these hardships. Instead, she acknowledged them openly, showing that it is okay to be imperfect and to admit moments of weakness or uncertainty. This attitude created a powerful bond with her audience, fostering empathy and understanding. Linda's story teaches that true strength comes from embracing vulnerability and being honest about our struggles. She became a voice for aging with grace, emphasizing the importance of healing and living with purpose, even when the future is uncertain. Her authenticity redefined the image of a Hollywood star, shifting the focus from being untouchable to being genuinely real and relatable. Through her journey, she showed that growth is often rooted in the pain we experience, and that living openly and with intention can bring true fulfillment. Her story continues to inspire others to accept their vulnerabilities as a vital part of their strength, proving that living honestly is a powerful act. Though Linda Evans started to step back from the Hollywood spotlight in the 1990s and early 2000s, she never truly left the hearts of her fans or the causes she cared about. Her appearances on screen became fewer, but when she did show up, each one carried a sense of nostalgia and reminded everyone of her talent and presence. Behind the scenes, she dedicated much of her time to charitable work, especially focusing on children's health, education, and welfare. She supported many charities quietly and gave generously, preferring to help without seeking attention or praise. Her participation in fundraising events, mentoring programs, and awareness campaigns was always genuine and meaningful. Beyond charity, Linda became a supporter of aging with dignity. She often spoke at wellness retreats and women's conferences, sharing messages about self-love, self-care, and the importance of life experience. She urged older women to see beauty and purpose in their own way, challenging the youth-centered ideals of the media. Through her actions and words, Linda Evans showed that someone's relevance is not measured by age or fame, but by the impact they make and their integrity. Her quiet dedication to these causes and her inspiring attitude continued to resonate with many. Leaving behind the innocence of her days as a young dancer, Linda Evans embarked on a journey of constant reinvention that defined her life. She rose to fame as a television legend with her captivating presence and enduring talent, yet her story did not end there. Instead, she embraced each new chapter with a sense of purpose and authenticity, demonstrating that change is a vital part of life. When faced with heartbreak, health issues, and the scrutiny of the public eye, she responded with quiet strength and resilience, never losing her sense of self. Her willingness to explore new paths led her into different careers and lifestyles, each time transforming herself while maintaining her core identity. Over time, she shifted from the glamour of her acting career to a peaceful, introspective role as a spiritual seeker and wellness advocate. Her journey into spiritual healing and personal growth showed a deep understanding that true strength lies in embracing change rather than resisting it. Linda's story became a shining example for others at Crossroads, proving that it is never too late to write a new chapter. With each reinvention, she remained grounded in her values, emphasizing that personal evolution is a powerful act of courage and grace. Her life is a symbol of how transformation, fueled by an inner compass and authenticity, can turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Throughout her years, she consistently chose growth over stagnation, truth over false image, and her story continues to inspire many who seek their own paths of renewal. As we reflect on the story of Linda Evans, it is clear that her life extends far beyond her role as Crystal Carrington on Dynasty. Though she appeared glamorous and confident on screen, she faced many personal struggles that shaped her character and resilience. She experienced emotional hardships, including loss and heartbreak, which tested her strength and determination. Her journey was marked by difficult family issues and failed relationships that challenged her emotionally, yet she continued to move forward. Financial setbacks and moments of self-doubt also tested her courage, but she refused to give up. Instead, she learned valuable lessons from these hardships and found ways to grow stronger inside. Throughout her career and life, she made efforts to stay true to herself amid external pressures and the loneliness that fame often brings. Her story shows that true strength comes from facing life's difficulties head-on and using them as opportunities for growth. As she turns 81, her life remains a testament to perseverance, authenticity, and the resilience of the human spirit, inspiring many to look beyond appearances and see the courage behind a life of ups and downs.